an end. When your story is told, I'll be proud to say you're my friend. Political stalwart, clearly you prove to me great things are possible from the belly of poverty. Fastest political victory in Northwest constituency. Then you rose to lift the NMP. While some say you didn't play to fear, you knew that your vision was clear to take your party into another gear. Northwest was quite impressed. You gave them your very best. Farewell, we wish you well. And inside of the NNP, you build pillars for eternity. Farewell, we wish you well. For all those years of struggle, sacrifice and hard lessons. Farewell, and thank you. On 5 occasions you were our PM and dedicated yourself to solving our problems. You are champion for health and education. To secure the future, you build the infrastructure. In your heart is a special place for the poor and vulnerable. That is why they are in love with you. Some say you ride the backs of the poor until they couldn't carry you no more. But you lifted them, that's what history would show. You provided opportunities, free school to university. Farewell, we wish you well. And inside of the NNP, you build pillars for eternity. Farewell, we wish you well. Sometimes we've been through, you always stand with the people. Farewell, and thank you. On politics, you left an indelible mark. Over 40 years straight, you never lose a spark. You are the goat, the likes of which we never see. No one could come close to eclipse your legacy. 15-0 election night, we witness you do that twice. Longest serving MP in this times. They call you polarizing figure. Hate or like that did not matter, cause Grenada was top on your agenda. The way you run a campaign, you change the nature of the game. Farewell, we wish you well. In the house, contributions were made. You were the ace of spade. Farewell, we wish you well. You fell short of walking miracles. Accept this from the people. Farewell, and thank you. You just hang up your guns and so I pray for the good Lord to bless and protect you day by day. Hero, you did great, and now we are in a better state. So we salute you for all the good that you do. You gave us a good entry into the 21st century. Now we fit, we set and ready. Some say you acted selfishly, rewarding friends and family, but you led us on the road to prosperity. We were once timid and tense, but you instill confidence. Farewell, we wish you well. In every aspect of Grenada, your influence will linger. Farewell, we wish you well. sacrificed and hard lessons. Farewell and thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Guys, so. Good night. War. From the hills of Butch Grove, a champion rise, with one thing in mind, to improve people's lives. She was a teacher, so faithful and kind. She made sure no children was left behind. Some people want to know what is her qualification. I tell them she have a master's in business administration. But if that's still not enough for all you to contemplate, the next thing that all you go hear, Emmeline Pierre have a doctorate. People from there, people from far, what they want is a female prime minister, someone who cares about the future. The diaspora wants a female prime minister. Oh, the people from there, people from far, want Emmeline Pierre to be the prime minister. Little children, grandma and grandpa, say they want a female prime minister. I remember when Emmeline came on the scene, I always knew she was heading for great things. The way she talked to the people in the public, we appreciate you, Emmeline girl, when you speak. For so many years, she served us in politics. The first time the woman ran, Patrick Simmons give her some licks. But she never give up, the woman never quit. That is how I know she have determination and grit. People from here, people from far, what they want? A female prime minister. Yeah, someone who cares about the future. The diaspora, female prime minister. Yeah, people from there, people from far, want Emmeline Pierre to be the prime minister. Hey, little children, grandma and grandpa, say they want just a little. Emmeline could talk, that woman could debate. Her mind real sharp, she should be running this state. A woman of faith, her tolerance is so great. She does compensate when people illiterate. So many detractors throwing dirty remarks. One thing that I know, you could never present no facts. This woman they call Emmeline Pierre, she is so glorified. Say what the hell all you want. Only limit is this guy. People from there, people from far, what they want? A female prime minister, someone who cares about the future. The diaspora, hey, people from there, people from far, want Emmeline Pierre to be the prime minister. Little children, grandma and grandpa, a female prime minister. For so many years, this woman stood for a cause, overcame obstacles and break down of barriers. Never got involved with political wars. Her main objective was helping the sufferers. This woman had just fun when you cannot make ends meet. Emmeline very down to earth, she does support vendors on the street. What you think I'm asking? Just give her a chance. Time that we put a woman in charge of we governance. People from here, people from far, what they want? A female prime minister. Hey, about the future. The diaspora. What's a female prime minister? Hey, people from go assemble a team, because this sweet little country need rescuing from them vampires who run in the system. It's only the friends and family that benefiting. So I'm asking right lady, because I think she deserves to be treated like royalty. Once again I'm asking, give the girl your support. A better standard of living is what Emmeline promotes. People from here, people from far, what they want, a female prime minister, someone who have a future. The diaspora, a female prime minister. People from there, people from far, want Emmeline to be the prime minister. Little children, grandma and grandpa, say they want a female prime minister. Female power. Papa Jack.
That night, music bumping, the vibe was right. Laughing with friends under the street light. He never knew death was in sight. Drill out shots, mash up the scenes. People running with cries and screams. Police fire in the crowd. Another mother crying loud. Her son left home and never returned. A trigger pull and a nation mourn. Why did life get so cheap? And now our family can't even sleep. Remember the name, don't hide the assailant. This is not a game, only justice could ease the pain. You cause his demise, we don't want no lies. This is not a game, only justice could ease the pain. That's all we want, for the mothers crying every night, for the innocent losing their lives. All we want is justice. Alejandra was young and strong. The girl never did nothing wrong. She made a choice to walk away, but darkness met her on the way. Candles burning in the rain, another daughter gone again. So many women living in fear, so many voices nobody hear. Now every mother holding she child tight, praying that they make it home at night. Now the whole country asking why such a sweet soul had to die. Remember the name, don't hide the assailant. This is not a game, only justice could ease the pain. Kate caused her demise, so Jerry, we don't want no lies. This is not a game, only justice could ease the pain. That's all we want, for the mothers crying every night, for the innocent losing their lives. All we want is justice. Melva, always full of vibes, laughing loud, she have the best life. Ready to dance to any beat, spreading love to all she meet. Then one morning news spread round, a lifeless body in the bush was found. A nation shaken deep inside, with broken hearts and tears we cried. If life have value, show it now. Don't let fear control you, no how. Everyone deserve peace, not another murder this have to cease. Remember the name, don't hide the assailant. This is not a game, only justice could ease the pain. You cause a demise, we don't want no lies. This is not a game, only justice could ease the pain. That's all we want, for the mothers crying every night, for the innocent losing their lives. All we want is justice. Kneel and sat down and shed a drink. He never knew that was at the brink. A young senator, respected name. Not so much mystery, it's a shame. People talking but truth still hide. Questions building island wide. How much more should families cry before this system answer why? From Sutter Street to Granite Shore, the people say they can't take no more. The authorities must do right. So hear my cry tonight. Remember their name. Don't hide the assailant. This is not a game. Only justice could ease the pain. To cause his demise, we don't want no lies. This is not a game. Only justice could ease the pain. That's what we want. For the mothers crying every night, for the innocent losing their life. All we want is justice.
And good night to Grenada, Carriacou and Petit Martinique once again. It is time for Talking Points. Now 17 minutes after the hour of 8 o'clock. We say a special good night to those of you joining us via We Noise Radio, We Noise TV. Those of you on the YouTube, those of you on the Facebook. Those of you listening via Bluetooth by your neighbor. Good night to you, Montu.
With one thing in mind, to improve people's lives.
The listeners out there in Boca, Bolio, Vendom, Willis, Sanko,
no children was left behind.
St. George's Estate.
Some people want to know what is her qualification.
Lamode, good night to you.
Have a master's in business administration, and if that's still not enough,
St. James.
all you to contemplate the next thing that
Let's find out Nicole in St. George Northeast.
of a doctorate. People from near, people from far. What they want is a female prime minister.
Yes, indeed.
Someone who care about the future.
And folks, we're going to open the phone line early, even though we're going to be discussing certain things tonight.
Oh,
We will leave the phone lines open. You can call at any point in time.
from far, want them live here to be the prime minister. Little children,
So the phone line is open, 440-7377.
they want a female prime minister. I remember when
So I hope, remember, you all just have a few hours left to make sure that you make your objections to any of the names that are on the addendum.
we talk to people in the public.
So focus on the addendum, the consolidated list we will deal with after. Right now, we're dealing with the addendum. At the end of the day tomorrow, when the office closes at 4 o'clock, whatever names have no objections to them, they are going onto the consolidated voters list. And I'll tell you, it's going to be difficult to get them off. Yeah?
Nation and grit, people from near.
It's not an easy process to get somebody off of the voters list. Huh?
He's a female prime
So
minister.
you have to catch them on the addendum to be able to address it since there. Afterwards, you will go through the consolidated list and we will be making whatever objections you have to make there. But it's best to get this one sorted now. Get this part sorted now. We have a caller online. Hello, good night.
Sheldon,
Hey,
good
Camille.
night, Mr. Scott.
How you doing?
Yeah. I'm not good at all, Sheldon.
What happened there?
And good night to the Grenadian people over abroad. Sheldon, they take me next camera in my house. I had to call to let people know.
Oh.
Because I was, you see, the day you passed, I didn't feeling good at all. Saturday, I the last camera, that my neighbor, you know, my neighbor children. And the people in the neighborhood are doing me that. They climb up and they take the last camera to help me, and it's to God. I don't do these people nothing. They come in, they want anything, I'm giving them to go and cook. They want that cylinder gas, you don't go to reproach people, but I'm just telling you what I will do for them. I'm buying it. They're picking out me coconut, they break me breadfruit branch and pick all me breadfruit. And they go the last camera, Sheldon Scott. The last camera there and the whole. And they go in it again. I don't know.
I just
What
just
is it?
messaged the person there that we had spoken to. I just
I don't
messaged
know.
them. Let me see if
What
we
they're
can get.
planning,
Yeah.
what they're planning to do. Is this to kill me? Is this to hurt me? I don't have money. I don't sell these people on them. I'm picking up the children on the way going to to school, going to summer class and I'm paying the bus. It's just an empty feeling. The little boy is 13 years. The case for the first street camera was supposed to be on the 23rd of June. Them police are helping me. They say he's a magistrate. He's a juvenile. And none of the parents never come and apologize and say, Miss Kami, I'm sorry, because it's poor people like me too. You understand? The one camera, one day, I asked a young man from Vincent, I had $100, I give him $80 Saturday morning to come and mold some corn for me and plant some pepper. I left him here. Sheldon, that man there with me years. The guy that put up the camera for me, because I have problem with the internet, I go to Flow and I bring back the old box. I have it a lot of years since Cable and Wireless.
Wow.
Before Flow buy over.
Yeah, wow.
And Flow give me a new box. Flow give me a new box. So when I set it up, I call him man that charged me $300. At 1 month, I saved that money to put up my camera. When the man come Sunday morning to fix, set up the box for me and to fix the camera so he could start to work again. No camera. And they leave the wire hanging. So if anybody come by me or I did touch it, I would have been a dead woman. Nothing I did to these people up here. And I think it's jealousy because the reason they're doing that, Mr. Scott, I don't go and smoke with them. I don't go and drink. I don't gamble. And I doesn't allow nobody to go and sit down inside here to talk people. I go in town and I come back and I lock me door. I don't know what I do to people in Busheju. And the mother, these children and them, they go continue teaching. 4 cameras, Mr. Scott. I have the young man on the phone. When he take it on and he go in his mother house, the thing record. Because he attached to my phone. No, I have to find to get more cameras and find money to pay somebody. Because they will come and kill me or rape me. An old woman as me, an old woman. I don't know what I do these people. Good night to Matthew and Patty, Mr. Watts, and everybody who's listening to me. All I asking is for prayers because I don't know what I do them. What I do these people up there. And you won't believe. I will cook and call them. All those are wrong. On a Sunday and feed them. So help me God. Something wrong with these people. I ain't do them nothing. Sir.
I will pass by you tomorrow morning, God's willing. And we're
That's why when you pass
discuss.
me, little boy, I couldn't speak, you know. I couldn't speak.
Okay.
I couldn't tell you nothing. The children disturbed. The children really disturbed.
We will discuss. I won't say anything. I won't say anything on
Anyhow,
air.
good night.
No, what I'm saying is I wouldn't say anything on air. We won't make them people wise. We go
And,
do what we have to do.
No, leave them. The cameras they take will make them happy. A young man passed and dropped a $20 for you in the bottle this afternoon.
No problem.
He's from Guava. I just can't remember his name.
Okay.
Have a good night,
I
Grenada.
believe I know who. But I'll see you tomorrow morning, God's willing. All right?
God's will.
Yeah.
So are they here alone? I don't know why they plan.
Now,
They
don't
break me big redwood tree branch.
Don't
With
get
a lot of redwood, we are going to make $1. What?
Oh boy.
Oh, Papa God. Anyhow, good night.
I'll see you in the morning.
I just want people to know what happening. If anything happen, is the people in the neighborhood that do me anything. Anything happen to me. It's me neighbors and the people in the neighborhood. That is 4 cameras, 4 they go with at my house. And the police ain't doing nothing. Have a good night.
All right. And as I said, I'll pass by. Folks, I guarantee you all, I will pass by Cami in the morning and we will have that situation sorted out. Yeah, I personally will make a pass there tomorrow morning and we will have that situation sorted out once and for all. Yeah, we'll get that sorted out. All right, 440-7377. That's 440-7377. That's the number you all can call To get on to the inside of tonight's program, let me say a special good night to the New National Party New York Support Group. Message received. Thank you all so very much. Yes, so let me send a special message out to you all. All right, and all our North American listeners, those of you listening from sea to shining sea, yeah, from the Pacific coast to the Atlantic side, right, we're saying good night to everybody. I think that covers Texas and Pennsylvania and North Carolina and Maryland and Washington, D.C., and that covers Florida, that covers Connecticut and New York, and that covers Atlanta, that covers everybody. And it also, let me say good night, especially to our friends in Oshawa. My good friend in Oshawa, how you doing? Good night to you. And a good night to you, Patricia and Matthew. I do hope both of you are having a wonderful night tonight. I know most likely one of you don't pick up the phone. And Maria, yeah, let me say a special good night and thank you to Maria. Yeah. Kiabe. Yeah, I know by now Patricia and Matthew them don't pick up the phone and call you already. Yeah, if they didn't know before, yeah, I know they pick up the phone. Most likely they know because I know they always calling you. But they won't pick up the phone and call it tonight. Ranks, good night to you and Alban. Yeah, Claude, good night to you. That is a crew. Good night to you all as well. Mr. and Mrs. Watts, a special good night to both of you. And I do hope that you all have been having a fabulous day today as we head into the night. Yeah? So anybody, if all you want to help, contact me and let me see how we sort out we business for Cami and so on. Yeah? Also, folks, letting you all know we need to do back to school. So we did not do it last year because I was not wrong. But we're going to do the back to school this year. Let's take this call. Hello, good night. Hello, good night.
Yeah, good night.
Go ahead, caller. You're live.
All right, pass by the shop and they don't put the Bantam list out by me yet on the shop.
So,
you ain't nowhere around there.
okay. So
Right.
let me. Okay, I'll sort that out. Yeah. So I know the shop that the caller is speaking about because I used to run the shop. So I know the shop the caller is talking about. We will have to find out there. What I would say, caller, because I know you're going to hear this now. Check on the community center. See if it's by the community center or the church or one of the other shops. If it is not at any of them, then we have to find out why there is no voters list in that vicinity for the people of the area to check. So usually they would put it by that shop. If it is not by the shop and it's not by the community center and it's not by any of the other shops around there, then they would have to answer as to why there is no list for the people of that particular community. And we're speaking there of Beaton, Laura, and over on the Rock. We're speaking at that area, La Femme, that area. Well, not Laura, but La Femme area. We'd have to find out why there is no list for that particular area, because one of the rules is they must make the list available for you to peruse. Yeah? And we don't have 24 hours. It's just a few hours we have. At 4 p.m. tomorrow, when that office closes, and they might close 3, you never know. When that office closes tomorrow, if the objections are not in, then these people go onto the consolidated list. They are confirmed onto the consolidated list of voters. So we have to ensure that we can stop that process before, if the person should not be on the list. So I do know that nearly every constituency, well, not nearly, because I'm saying nearly because it's nearly all I speak to. I didn't speak to all, but all that I've spoken to, you all are doing what you're supposed to do. I'm telling you, double up on it. Make another check tonight and verify. Make sure that that name that you see there, that it is the actual person. Yeah, because two people could have the same name. So verify it is the actual person that you believe it is. Yeah. Good night to you, Kathy Albert. Hope you're having a wonderful night tonight, my dear. Yeah. Maria, I had to play a song for Maria a little later on. Eh? Don't play that to the Maria again. She song and thing. 440. Some folks are still trying to call me on the 421 7279. I don't have it hooked in. so I can't take the calls there. You'll have to call me on the WhatsApp on the 440-7377 or the direct call on 440-7377. I have not hooked that back in yet. You have to do some work on the computer before I hook that back in. Right? So you can call me on either one. All right? Nice. Yes, indeed.
That is who I see. Because I don't want to waste my time.
I don't want to waste my time.
I'm looking for wife, not concubine.
Wait, no, you know I had the song labeled wrong. Good night to you, Jerry Batiste. Papa Jerry.
I'm too sexy for my clothes.
Papa Jerry say he's too sexy, eh? Yeah, nah, I can't play that part, Jerry.
For my pants, too sexy for your dance, too sexy for this thing you call romance,
Too sexy for my
Yes, indeed. And this week, folks, there's the semifinals of the various competitions taking place. The Groovy semifinal, that's going to be taking place on Thursday. On Friday, you'll have the Soca Monarch semifinals. I think all of them are taking place in Progress Park. And on Sunday, you will be having the semifinals of the Calypso. Yeah, so let me see. I ain't see the list of who make it yet. I think they're still judging tonight. I think they're still judging and that kind of thing. Nice, yeah. All right, so... All right, okay. All right, message received. Nice. Yes, Papa. And let's go to the phone line once again. Hello, good night. Hello, good night. Go right ahead, caller.
Hello, good night. How are you?
I'm quite fine. How are you doing?
Season greetings to you, my darling.
Same to you. Go right ahead.
Yes. I had my foot removed 2 years ago. I'm an amputee.
Mm-hmm.
I have a problem here with the foot. The man that gave me the foot is no longer in Grenada. The people in Trinidad had planned to come here and open a place for people with prosthetic foot to come and get attended to.
Mm-hmm.
They have not showed up. I call in the ministry, they're not answering the phone. Then I also have, my husband died 2 years ago, one time. He died from Montmorris. And I have a wall that is busting open right in front of my yard, right by my door. And they promised us to come
That's
and
in
fix
Mount
it.
Moritz?
The past government, the present one, nobody's coming. And I'm afraid of the heavy rain that will be coming to do more damage.
Let me ask,
I
is
need
that...
help badly.
Caller, can you hear me? Is that... Sorry, I just realized what I was doing wrong. Caller, are you hearing me? Hello? Yeah, caller, are you hearing me? Hello?
Yes, hold on.
No, I'm just asking if this is in Mount Moritz.
Leon?
Hello?
Yeah, that is in Mount Morris.
Okay, what I would like you to do is to call me right after the program on
Yes.
on this. I'm giving you a number 421-7279.
Leon! Come. 421
7279.
7279.
Yeah.
421 7279. Write it down quick.
Yeah. So give me a call on that number.
421 7279. Look the pending.
Right. So give me a call on that number as soon as the program is over. Okay?
Hurry up. I don't want to keep man too long. 7279.
For situations like that, I stay long.
7279.
Yeah. So give me a call right after the show.
421 7279. 421 7279.
Yeah. All right. Hello?
79.
Yeah, so I think
Yes?
you've got the number, so give me a call right as soon as the program is over.
Yes. How long is staying again?
No, right after the program, you can call me anytime.
Okay. Your
When the
program
program-
finish at what time?
It finishes at 10.
At 10, okay.
Yeah, if you fall
Okay,
asleep, you
darling.
could call me anytime tomorrow. That's a phone I have with me all the time.
All right. So I could call. If I can get you tonight, I'll get you tomorrow, please, the Lord.
Yeah.
Okay, darling.
Okay,
Thank
good.
you.
Thank you.
Have a
Bye-bye.
blessed night,
Same
love.
to you, my dear.
Bye-bye.
All right. And I'm glad that caller raised that particular issue. That caller is not the first amputee to have reached out to me in the past couple weeks about that program. Now, we did hear from government that there was this Trinidadian company that was coming up to provide artificial limbs for folks here in Grenada. Yeah, which is something that no one would be upset or vexed about. We'd be glad if folks like the caller there, like the individual that I spoke to in Carriacou who has a similar situation, we would be very glad if these people can be assisted. Yeah? We understand the context in which the company is coming to Grenada. The company is coming to Grenada because their business in Trinidad is gone through. I mean, I'm just saying it as it is. It is not an altruistic something. They're not doing it because they like us. The government is not getting them to come here because they are so good at negotiating and they did something fantastic and they're getting this company to come to Grenada. No. It is very simple. The government of India has decided that they are going to provide the people of Trinidad and Tobago with artificial limbs. They have actually started the process of setting up a factory in Trinidad to provide artificial limbs for people who have lost their limbs. The company, the people who are setting it up in Trinidad, they were based in Jaipur in India. I could remember all of that. They were based in Jaipur, where they had started many decades ago doing artificial limbs for people who got snake bites and that sort of thing. So they are very versed. They are training people in Trinidad and setting up a factory there to provide artificial limbs for, I think the number that I got at that time was around 4,000 people. Now, the company that is supposed to be coming to Grenada, that company usually had the lion's share of the market in Trinidad. They were providing the limbs. Now, because of that project that the government of India has funded to provide those limbs to the people of Trinidad and Tobago and to actually set up a factory there to build the limbs and train people. That's all that Trinidad gets. They're setting up the factory, they're training people to work in it, and they're funding it. Right? So it means, therefore, that the company that was providing that service, they have no work in Trinidad again. So the countries like Grenada, St. Vincent, St. Kitts, and so, that they used to provide for on an off and on basis, they didn't really bother in with here because they're getting so much business down Trinidad. All that business gone. So they must work up here now. So don't think that the government did something so fantastic in getting them to come. The people had to come. They have no business in Trinidad again. Their business down there is drying up. It's only if somebody want to go private and decide they want to go to them directly and get it done, or they've had a fitting from them done and they want to get it done. Now, I don't know what is the present status between the government of Grenada and that company, but I've been getting calls, and not one, not two, or not three, but I've been getting calls from amputees who are saying that communication has broken down. In one case, the person told me that they are double amputee. They have been measured everything for the limb, and now they can't get any information. The ministry ain't giving them information. The contact they had for one of the people that came, they can't get in contact with that person, and so, and since when this was supposed to have been given to them, and they can't get it. So I'm just saying it as it is, because you see, they're always trying to sell stuff to us as they're so fantastic and they were able to get this done and they were able to get that done. There's a situation, the company had no business in Trinidad again. So the same Grenada where they maybe used to come and just do a one or two, they have to focus on here as the main market right now. Here and St. Vincent and St. Lucia and St. Kitts and Dominica, all these islands that they were not focusing on before, they have to focus on us now because the government of India bowled them out in Trinidad. That is a fact. Let them tell me that I am lying. Let them put forward information that says that what I just told to you, the Grenadian people, is different or wrong. But I will be in contact with the last caller. When they give me a call, be in contact with them, and we'll see how we can move on that particular issue. Yeah? 440-7377. That's the number for you to call and get onto the inside of tonight's program. I think I did miss a call a little earlier. Let me see if I can get back that caller. Yes, I think I've... Hello, good night.
Hello, Mr. Scott.
Hey, how you doing, sir?
Not bad, and how are you doing?
I'm quite fine, actually. You go right ahead.
Listen, I think our problem here in the community where I live, with relation to that project that's taking place in Woodford, that everybody hailing as a development project, it's getting worse and worse, and there is no redress. Nobody is addressing the situation properly as far as we are concerned. We've been speaking about this thing here for over a year, and nobody consulted the community. And the only thing we can find happening is, instead of better, the place is breaking up. As a matter of fact, the road has been broken in many different areas now, compared to the way it had been broken in the past. In the past, the road sank one place, but now it's sinking all the way over. And the reason for that is the company has been removing all the support system from the road that lead to our farm. And the farmers in that area, we're struggling. It's about 4 or 5 months now, 4 months at least, we are unable to access our farm by vehicle. And as a result, we going through a lot of losses, and nobody addressing us.
So
it's a sad situation.
Let me ask, because I think I've seen video yesterday of the Mondor Road. I think it's Mondor, they call it.
Yeah, Mondor. Yes.
Yeah, that road as well, and it's bad. I can say that it's really, really bad from what I've seen there. So you're speaking about that road in particular right now?
Yes, and the part that you've been seeing is the good part. That part is good compared to the areas that were broken before. And so it's very worrying because this, looking at it as a layperson, right, it's going to take a lot of money to have it repaired. And all these things should not have happened had our leader, who was supposed to be protecting us, the Prime Minister, who was supposed to be protecting us on Christmas Eve, gone. He gave the people permission to go ahead and do the things that they're doing without proper environmental impact study. And he told them everything was going to be all right.
Well, let me pause you a moment there, caller. I was reading. I like to read between the lines when people are saying certain things. Now, there's one main company in Grenada, when you're speaking of doing a proper environmental impact assessment, that's GECO, by Valma Jessamy.
Yeah.
In a recent missive that she put out, she did state that she gave some advice in 2025 that has been totally ignored. And I read between the lines to understand she was speaking about the environmental impact of the Woodford project.
That is actual. That is factual. And then she also told them that although she spoke on it, but she didn't give them full authorization to go ahead and do the project the way it's being done. And because they override the things that she say, we having those problems that we having now.
So I say the road has collapsed basically in several spots. It's gone down.
Yes, the road collapsed in several spots, but there's a main collapse which is going to cost a lot of money. And this is the one we've been speaking from the beginning in the early stages. Now to get to that one, they has to first repair the one that they had before. To repair those that they have in now, to get to the big one that they think. It's a sad state. It's a sad state. And now people who does not know or who is not being affected is telling us that this is development. And if that is development, I would like for anybody to tell me or show me what is development compared to what's happening to us. You understand? Because I can see how somebody could come put up a batching plant, asphalt plant, and doing stones and all the like. And to add insult to injury, they are going to build a jetty in our only little private beach that the community have access to. And when they do that, then they take everything away from us.
So
Because these people,
you all won't be able to use that beach again. That's the end of that beach.
That's the end of it. Because already, as it is, we had the landfill. The landfill, the little beach that's where the landfill is occupying. People can't access that. And now they come to this one that at least we are able to go and people are able to go and use. Instead of developing it for the use of the community, they're doing it for themselves. And it is alleged, as a matter of fact, the owner of the company went on national television and said that he's not in it for assisting government, unless that he's in it for his money.
No, he's a businessman. That's not even alleged. He's a businessman. He managed this thing to make money. He said as much.
We holding the bag here. And nobody seems to be addressing the situation properly. We, the community people, have not heard anything from anybody. But we're the ones who has to be dealing with the stench of the asphalt, and the dust from the plant and all them sort of things. I would like the Grenadian people to please take a look at what's happening and find a way to address it properly. And if this government is not going to address it first, then we need to find another government who's going to do it. Thank you, Mr. Scott, for being here.
No problem, sir. And listeners, this is what the caller is referring to. Let me, I always say just pull it up. Yeah, so let me pull it up so that you can see what the caller is referring to. This is the situation with the collapse of one of the roads there. This is the Mount Dore Road, and it's been broken, it's been collapsing and so on. Let me see if I can speed up a bit here. I wonder if I have audio on this one.
In late October, November, when Reno started operations. They had been closed down, as you know, and they were given permission. Again, they were not in compliance with the permission that they were given. But they started working. And it's from that point the road cracked. I have to be very careful now where I'm walking. It's dangerous for walking. Very dangerous. Oh, wow. That's the road. It's okay. Coming up to my gap. This is it. That too had been cracked. There was something in the media prior to now where I tried to inform the nation what was happening. I don't think the gate can open. The gate can move, the gate cannot move. There's a hole here. So, big hole. Wow. Be careful. Okay. Now go. Wow. The gate is stuck. The pipe burst. Pipe is burst. Pipe broke off. Pipe broke off. Oh. Yeah. This is it. And I understand the developer is claiming no responsibility in this. In fact, in a conversation with one of the workers, it was said that, oh, this road is subject to slippage because of drainage problems. But I've been up here more than 30 years and I've never been able to not drive up to my home. Yeah. And I'm not the only person. Everybody who lives up this road is now affected. Because look at the plant, look at the distance. Look at the plant, look at the road, look at the destruction, look at the homes. Hardly any buffer, which was recommended in Ms. Jessam's study.
And look at it.
And it was ignored. And permission was given. Permission was given by the government to go ahead. You don't need any EIA. It's going to be all right. The developers assured us that they're going to put an environmental friendly plant. So look at the environmental friendly plants there. One to your left, or my left, is the asphalt plant. The other one is the concrete batching plant. With the jetty or roads for the jetty, as we speak now, being constructed. All of the land cut up with, I think, very little planning input, planning direction, planning surveillance, and the ultimate problem going to be those rocks up there, Blair Mountains. So we are waiting this destruction when the company starts to quarry mine these rocks. Look at the distance. Look at the distance between a quarry, an asphalt plant, and a concrete batching plant. And you be the judge. Look at the distance. Look at the distance between a quarry, an asphalt plant, and a concrete batching plant. And you be the judge. Look at the company. Look at the name. We have been warning. We have been warning against this for the longest while, for over a year. And it is happening. This is the road in front of my residence. Here, look at it. Look, the neighbor, one property up from me, has to leave her car right where it is. You see it. And look how they retaining wall with nothing underneath the road to hold. Look at how it has subsided. Look, it's still running. It's still running. It's running now. It's running. Some dirt just fell a while ago. And here, look at the break. And we're not talking about the break in the road that's higher up. That's 50 feet from here. That's for another video. And look, I'm turning the camera. Look at my driveway. It's been cracking. From the time they started working again, when the government gave them permission.
Okay, folks. So I think you all got an idea of exactly what is taking place there. I know a lot of people had their head going. So no, when only taping it, leave it so. Because a lot of people right now with their phone and thing doing so. Yeah, I know. It's kind of that human nature. We could turn we head. But that is what the folks there are going through right now. Now, I wouldn't like that to be that I suffer and build my house. And after that happening to the road there, my vehicle lock up inside by me, it can't even go out. Or it outside and now it can't even come in because the road gone. Yeah, and it's endangering my property. It's endangering my family. It's endangering my farm. I wouldn't like to be in that situation, and therefore I would not like the situation for anybody else. So I do sympathize with what the people who are living in that particular area are going through. I saw the article by Ms. Valma Jessamy, and I know that she's talking about when she's speaking about she gave specific advice in 2025 that was not followed. Because the Prime Minister seems to believe that since he became Prime Minister, he's the expert in everything. So when people talking about this kind of thing, he go and do what he want. Yeah, so they ended up, where is it? I have it here somewhere. He went on his own, and they decide now that they don't even need no environmental impact. Yeah, they need that. They don't need no environmental impact, so he just go ahead and do what he feel like doing, yeah? Let me just get it here.
Of the asphalt. In recent weeks, there have been some publications regarding the lack of an environmental impact assessment with regard to Reno's asphalt plant. From what I saw, there was basically approval was given without that assessment being done. Can you speak to that and how you might, if it is true, how you might mitigate issues like that with the other asphalt plants?
So I think, and I assume you're speaking about in Woodford. Sorry, I want to clarify, you're speaking about Woodford. Okay. All right, so we have to balance environmental impact assessments with the hard reality on the ground. And ideally, in each case where development should take place.
So folks, let's see the hard reality on the ground, eh? You have to balance the environmental impact assessments with the hard reality on the ground. Well, we see the hard reality on the ground for the people of Woodford right now. We see the very hard reality for the people in Woodford.
And ideally, in each case where development should take place, the law, particularly for certain areas, if you're dealing with the coastal areas, environmentally sensitive areas, you want an environmental impact assessment to be done. Like so many other things in Grenada, we have capacity limitations. There are very few people available to do environmental impact assessments. And oftentimes, experience, it takes forever to get it done. I am aware that the contractor actually sought to and retained someone here to do an environmental impact assessment. I don't think they've actually gotten the report. Right? And as the minister responsible for infrastructure and under whose umbrella portfolio PDA also plans, I have to make a decision as to whether we simply wait forever to get this environmental impact assessment report.
Just to say that the Prime Minister was lying there, because by that point in time, Reno was in receipt of the environmental impact assessment. But we know he does lie bad, so yeah, we understand.
Or whether, given the fact that in some instances we are facing almost national emergencies if we don't repair and renovate the roads and fix the bridges, whether in those circumstances I should not proceed to authorize for the commencement of the milling and the creation of the asphalt, obviously while trying to take steps to make sure that we can mitigate any potential fallout. I'm satisfied, based on the specifications of the plant, that it's an ultra-modern plant that has built-in environmental impact mitigation measures. And in those circumstances, because of the crisis, frankly, we're facing in terms of the state of the roads, would have proceeded to approve for the plant to, in fact, start operations pending this environmental impact assessment report.
And we all see now what that caused. We are seeing what has happened to the people of that area, what they're going, and they can't see the MP, forget that. They can't see, they ain't seen the MP. That person does not exist. Yeah? So they're not seeing their MP. The same MP you said they were unaware that that project was taking place in the first place. That same MP, they didn't know about it initially. They come and they try and find out after, ain't it? Yeah.
Talking about the Reno development plans, that is an asphalt plant that is going to be erected. So far, there has been the erection of plants. I can't tell you what is the name of the equipment, but there have been equipment placed on these sites as well as on the other side of the road as well too. You'll see that they were in the process of creating what seems to be like a road heading down to the bay. So long story short, I was made aware of the situation in February of this year that this plant is happening there. There were no consultation being done with the residents of the area and so. And of course, the farmers of the area and the residents of the Woodford and by extension Mondo area as direct communities reached out to my office to inform me that they would want to have an engagement with me on the issue so that I can take it up to the necessary authorities to ascertain what is happening because nobody gave them any insight. And so on the, I think it was on the 6th of February this year, I met with the residents and the farmers alike to dealing with that issue as well as the collapse of the Mondo road. I brought Mikey Hutchinson as the person there because I always document whenever I have engagement with persons so that I am not misquoted or misinterpreted. So we had the dialogue there, and I think my response to them was from the perspective of having the company Renault personnel reaching out to my office, that is the Office of the Parliamentary Representative. That did not happen. From the perspective of, let's say, the Ministry of Infrastructure reaching out to the office to inform me that this is happening in my constituency, that did not happen. And so I told them, from a technical perspective, I cannot speak to that of which I don't know. Not necessarily stating that I don't know the project and I'm the MP and I don't know, but to say that the conversations was not had with the parties involved. Consequently, after that, I put together a presentation and I submitted to the cabinet, including that of the Prime Minister, to inform them that this was the challenges and we're going to have, I need, some answers or whatever. I need to find out exactly what it is so that I can.
And know it all of this. At the end of the day, all the back and forth, the people of the area who have spent their hard-earned money, all the talk. We don't listen to that long story. The people of the area who have spent their hard-earned money to build their properties can no longer access their properties. And they are being told that the developer is not going to be taking responsibility for what is taking place with the road. A road that has been there for decades, and it was not having this problem before this project. Now the project is taking place there. Now you're having the vibrations of the large vehicles and the machinery and so that's going there. And you're having the collapse of the road. And the people who by and large are causing that collapse are saying that they're not taking any responsibility. So let me ask, are the people of Mondo and Woodford and so on, are they supposed to utilize their own non-existent money at this time? Are they supposed to utilize their own money and fix back the road? Or is that the responsibility of who caused the damage to the road? Or is it the same people going to have to pay indirectly as taxpayers while government has to come in and fix the road? Which way is it going to go? Because already they're saying that they've been hearing that the developers say they ain't have nothing to do with that. Yeah? A simple environmental impact assessment and following the recommendations would have stopped this from happening. Had they followed the environmental impact assessment, Ms. Jessamy, send it to me now, send the thing. I know it's a client, you can't send it just over. Send the thing. Yeah, we want to see the environmental. Somebody up in Mondo thing, they get a lawyer to ask for it. Yeah, we need the environmental impact assessment. Let me put it up. Because what has been done to you all is totally unfair. Yeah, what has been done to you all is totally unfair. We have the phone lines open, 440-7377. It's now, it's after 9. But we'll take a little more on this. 440-7377. That's the number for you to call and get onto the inside of tonight's program. Yeah? Hey, and folks, the other night I was telling you, there's a, let me put it like this. There's a picture, there are some pictures that exist in the collective memory of Grenadians. There are some photos that are considered iconic that exist in the memory of Grenadians. This is one of them. This particular photo, in which you're seeing Daniel Ortega, the Prime Minister, or the President of Nicaragua. In fact, I think he's recently said that they're not doing any elections in Nicaragua again. Because they ain't giving the opposition no chance to get them out of office. I see an article regarding that. I don't know how truthful it is, but saying that they've said no more elections. You have the late Prime Minister of Grenada, Maurice Bishop, and then you have the late Presidente en Jefe, the President Fidel Castro of Cuba. So you had that photo. There's another version of it. All of these are well-known photos in the context of Grenadian history. Well-known photos in the context of Grenadian history. And when I tell you that the same country that at that time would take out them kind of photos, went and tried to recreate, because again here you have the Prime Minister of Grenada with Daniel Ortega, now much older Daniel Ortega of Nicaragua, and the President of Cuba. I always forget his name, I'm so accustomed to Fidel and Raul. I always forget, and I apologize to all Cubans listening to the program, to the President of Cuba. Because this individual was trying to recreate the photos that we see there, by Grenada being in the same ball game as Nicaragua and Cuba. So they're trying to recreate. But the thing is, this individual here is all about the photo opportunity. It's all about the imagery. They're all about creating and pulling out of the collective Grenadian subconscious those feelings of euphoria that existed during the period of the revolution for many people. Not everybody was in euphoria, but those people who during the period of the revolution had this euphoric feeling. And when they see photos like this, it brings it back. And then they're trying to sell themselves as the new Fidel, the new Maurice. Not Fidel, but the new Maurice for Grenada. So you see, they go and they're trying to take picture because they want to show now in the minds of many of the quote-unquote progressive forces, many of the socialist forces still in Grenada, they are trying to show you and to tell you that they are the new Maurice Bishop. That is what they've been trying to do. From since the election time to now, they have been trying to put themselves forward as Grenada's reincarnation of Maurice Bishop. But the reincarnation wannabe of Maurice Bishop did not vote to support Cuba. He did not have the gumption to stand up and say, we are in support of the Cuban people, and we believe that the embargo must be removed, that we care and are concerned about the plight of the Cuban people who are training our doctors, who are training our nurses, who are training our engineers, who are assisting us. Even in their worst of times, they're still assisting us because we still have students there. They are not saying to us, that look, we can't take care of these people, now take them back. They have many challenges. And when Grenada need to stand with them, the same person who play in the new Maurice Bishop, they duck and hide. Them who are belly and all afraid them. That is all afraid. I'm saying all because I don't afraid them. Oh, that is who all afraid. Them coward. them wannabe. That is who all afraid. If you're really an apostle of Maurice Bishop and his ideology, you can't turn your back on Cuba. You see, Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell, when everybody else was afraid to go to Cuba, Dr. Mitchell was able to go to Cuba and was able to establish ties with Cuba again and were able to bring a lot of benefits, not just to Grenada, but the entire Caribbean. Not just Grenada, Jamaica and Dominica and all who play in biggest revolutionary and all kind of thing now. Mouth. That is all they have. Mouth. And they're frightening Somalia because mouth. Threatening to fire people every 2 minutes. Oh, use an NNP. You are NNP. You can't walk here. Yeah, NNP. That sort of nonsense. But But I just thought I'd show all you all. I found the picture, so I said, let me just let you all know. But that's what I've been trying to do. Portray themselves. And I know the listeners to this program operate on a different intellectual wavelength. So the listeners to this program will not fall for it. But you may see some other people who are influenced otherwise fall in for it. There's a thing called the collective national subconscious. There are things that, for instance, if you listen to music, if you're the age of in your mid 40s and above, let me use an example of Trinidad, for instance. There are certain things that are in our subconscious. So if you play any tune from Sesame Street, we could sing it word for word. Yeah? We can sing it word for word. There are things in the subconscious of older Grenadians here that if you start singing, we shall never see your leader fall, they could finish it for you. Younger folks can't do it, but the older folks could finish it for you because it is in the collective subconscious of our people. And what this government has been trying to do is to tap into the collective subconscious of that category of people who came of age during the period of the revolution. They're trying to tap into that collective subconscious, and they're trying to portray themselves as the 2020 revolutionaries, the new breed. But it's a bunch of cowards that day. It's a bunch of people that stand for nothing. It's a bunch of people that would lie down for anything. It's a bunch of people that will only pelt coward blows because they're more afraid of you than you might be afraid of them. And the worst thing to get is a coward blow. Coward blow could kill you. But it's only coward blow that could send because they are cowards. They have no gastrointestinal and testicular fortitude. Mouth alone they have. But some of all you, like all you freed them. Afraid them. Wannabe revolutionaries. When the time comes, why didn't stand up in the United Nations and say you support Cuba? Stand up in Parliament. Oh, we must support Cuba. We must. Cuba must support them. Yeah? Must support. Because Cuba did this for us. Cuba did this, that for us. And when came time to support Cuba, Papa, you.
Not only of Grenada, not only of the Caribbean, but of peoples the world over. When the COVID pandemic broke out, Cuban doctors went as far as Italy.
Oh, just a reminder, people are St. Patrick West, vote him out. He had to go. Vote him out. If you are progressive up there, vote him out. He had to go.
To provide services. I didn't hear anybody talk about human trafficking or nothing like that. Mr. Speaker, we have not just a legal obligation. We have a moral and ethical obligation to stand by the people of Cuba. Were it not for selfless support of...
And just remember, that's the Minister of Foreign Affairs. So the abstention of Grenada at the United Nations is directly under him. That is under his directive. The same person who just made that statement there.
We have a moral and ethical obligation to stand by the people of Cuba. Legal obligation. We have a moral and ethical obligation to stand by the people of Cuba. We have a moral and ethical obligation to stand by the people of Cuba.
Yeah, mouth alone they have. I tell all you feel is joker does make when I tell all of this thing. Mouth alone these people and them have. You had the opportunity to walk the walk, not just talk. Walk the walk. And they run in the next direction too. They run. Yeah? Why they didn't go? Trump that good for you. Why didn't go and vote and support Cuba? But Bunch of coward. Yeah, afraid to lose the visa and the visa of all their family members. Are they afraid? No, they should have go ahead, man. Yeah? And folks, if we are not careful, we can end up in a similar situation to what Antigua is going through right now. We are already in the same boat with them in different levels. We already have a visa bond on us. Yeah? Don't think that JetBlue has pulled out of Antigua just like that, just this evening. Yeah, JetBlue in and out of Grenada. Imagine if JetBlue comes off and all you have are American Airlines flying into Grenada. What is going to happen? Yeah? JetBlue offers a good pathway for folks trying to get into and out of Grenada to the United States. So imagine if JetBlue is no longer available. The people of Antigua don't have to worry about that because it has happened now. So they stop worrying about it, because it take place. So they have to worry that it might happen. It happened. JetBlue is leaving Antigua. And there are other pressures that are being placed on them. And I will say here, if you know someone in the media, I would like you to call them tonight. Or I'd like you to call them very early in the morning. If you know one of the journalists in MTV, in GBN, even in GIS, in one of the newspapers, or what qualifies as newspapers these days, if you know any of those folks or one of the radio stations, I would advise you to call them tonight or call them in the morning and say to them that the Prime Minister is going to be on a postcab tomorrow and there are questions that he has to answer to the Grenadian people regarding the Woodford situation. Yeah? Why was this allowed to happen? Does he, as the direct minister, and the person who has admitted that he took that decision, they tried to hide it, they didn't realize Sheldon Scott does read. Right now, they block all direction to get the government gazette, they're trying to block it. But there's one they can't block, and they know that. Yeah, it's just time I didn't have yet. But they know they can't block that particular one. But you have the situation where he was the person that made the decision. He was the minister that made the decision to let them go ahead because of the hard facts on the ground, the situation on the ground. But we see the ground crack up and break now. But it was due to the situation on the ground he takes certain decisions. Yeah? So he has to be asked about that. You can't be a journalist and be pussyfooting around. It's either you're in journalism or you're out of it. You can't be there just to be used as a tool. You have to be in it or you're out of it. Yeah? One or the other. I've been involved in this field for over 30 years. So I know what I'm talking about. I know very well what I'm talking about. Yes, I'm young, but I've been around long. I came in young. I came in as a teenager. But you can't have the opportunity to ask the Prime Minister about Woodford and the present state of Woodford. GBN Olengo. Well, GBN right now is GIS News. Every night, the first 3 or 4 stories is government related. It's basically just to put NDC instead of GBN. Just take out this GBN symbol and put NDC now. And the thing is, there are people in GBN who I know will do a proper job if they are left unfettered. If they are left to do their job, they will do a proper job. There are individuals in GBN right now that I know have the capability to do proper research and do a properly researched story instead of just reading out government news releases. You look at GBN News, I've been paying particular attention for the last month, and nearly every other story is basically a propaganda story on behalf of the government of Grenada. And especially the first segment of the news, when the majority volume of people are paying attention to the news. So it's just whatever releases come out from government or whatever you see. Mr. Leslie Pierre, to those of us who have spent time in the media, Mr. Leslie Pierre would have never allowed that to happen. When it came to Leslie Pierre, you could send what press release you want to him. He ain't publishing it as is though. He's going to take it apart and write his own story around it and then publish it. He's not going to just publish your stuff because he was not into propaganda. He was into the news business. I know, because I used to be sending press releases to this man when I was the PRO in the Ministry of Youth. I used to send stories to Mr. Pierre And he used to call me and tell me, no, hey, you make a mistake with this. No, you need to tighten up that. You need to change this and that. Like a father, he used to call you and school you. Yeah, you see 1492. 1492 was the number, 440-1492. When you see that number calling, you know Mr. Leslie Pierre calling you? What I do this time, boy? I started to watch my press release one time. What I do this time? Yeah? But that was the situation. But now you have people that are just basically public relation officers on behalf of the government of Grenada. But they're working in the quote-unquote private sector. That is what GBN News has come to. When was the last time you looked at that news or any news in Grenada and saw a serious investigative piece? Is when Linda Straker was alive and still doing one or two things wrong. But this is the situation that we have gotten to in our country right now. We have a call online. Hello, good night. Hello, good night.
Good night, Mr. Sheldon Scott.
Hey, how you do, Doc?
I'm there, I'm alive, I'm good.
From the time you say Mr. Sheldon Scott, I call the voice day.
Yes, the voice a little more husky than usual, but I'm there.
Yes. You go right ahead.
So good night to all the listeners on your program. I just wanted to make a couple observations based on the discourse you were having and the as a matter of fact the some of the clips that you played.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to start with the Woodford situation. And one of the clippings that I heard the Prime Minister say that he is satisfied based on the specifications given by the company that the project could and should have gone ahead. More or less, I'm not quoting him 100%, but the word that he is satisfied based on the specifications. Now, my knowledge is that the Prime Minister is a lawyer by profession. So what gives the Prime Minister the authority to say that he is satisfied? I mean, if he had said, based on the specifications and the studies or, whatever reviews that his technical people in the Ministry of Infrastructure would have done and would have advised him, but he said, based on the specifications that they gave to him, he is satisfied. So the lawyer now is a lawyer / engineer and whatever else. So I'm wondering what is his expertise. And, the EIA, talk about the EIA is a matter of convenience. The MP for St. John is the Minister for Environment, with responsibility for environment. And therefore, to my mind, she should be protecting the environment and protecting the lives and the livelihoods and the quality of health of the people. But I think she has failed, sadly, to defend the issue objectively as the Minister for the Environment. But the EIA thing is a thing of convenience, because a few weeks ago I went up to St. Patrick in the side down by the down after you pass the playing field going down there, where a lot of sea defense is being done. And I recall when a similar project was done to save some of the infrastructure in the town of Sotes, there was a hue and cry. A number of people were asking about EIA and the impact it would have lower down, and places would get flooded and everything else. And lo and behold, I see an even more massive sea defense being done, and I haven't heard anything. I can't say I listen to the news all the time, but you can correct me if there was talk about it and concerns were raised. then you can correct me. But what I heard about that little project that was done that saved a lot of the buildings right in the town of Sotez, I haven't heard it about this massive city fence that is being done on the beach down there in Sotez. Another case in point for EIA. When in 2018, 2019, 2020, 21, thereabouts, I had requested as the MP for St. Mark some kind of jetty for the fishermen, knowing full well that especially the fishermen of Waltham, in terms of their numbers, in terms of the catch that they recorded, and in terms of the ages of the young people, the number of young people who were involved in the fishing industry in that area specifically, but generally in St. Mark and in other parts of the country. I had requested that we do some work to get a jetty. Exploratory work was done, studies were done, designs were done, and a contract was signed, and measures were taken now for work to start come 2022. And when this present government came into office, this work was stopped. And subsequently, when I asked the Prime Minister and the Minister with responsibility for infrastructure why this project has been stopped for years, for 3 years, I asked him after the first year, I gave him a break because he said, well, he had to look at it. The answer was, we have to look at the EIA and the environmental issues that are involved in such a project to ensure that designs and everything are in keeping with proper environmental guidance, you know? So the project has been held for over 4 years because they're doing that. But now, a major project in the Woodford area, and the EIA is not important, and the Prime Minister now becomes an engineer or an environmental expert, and he said that based on the specification that the company gave, he decided to go forward. So, you know, as you said, it's just words. It's just words. Empty words when they think that it is convenient for them. And I think it is really lamentable that the Minister for Foreign Affairs could not stand up as he stood up in our parliament, that he could not stand up. Perhaps he had a bathroom break, and by the time he came back, the vote was done. But it is a sad state of affairs for us in Grenada and for the Caribbean as a whole.
Yes, indeed, Doc. It has been a sad one because here it is that we have individuals who have been saying one thing, but when the time comes to stand up and to actually do something on behalf of the people of Cuba, they have ducked. They have hid themselves. Even recently, I'm still waiting to see a release from the government regarding what is taking place in Guyana. And Guyana has been a friend to Grenada. They're going through a traumatic time. I don't know I can't say that they haven't put out something, but I've seen nothing by the government of Grenada in condolences to the Guyanese people. It's a lot of people that they talk, but you don't see the actual thing.
Let's look at, and I want to end here by saying, let's look at the history of this government when it comes to taking a stand or making a statement on important things. People came from the US. We knew that there was a request to put some kind of satellite, I don't know what the technology is, at the airport. We never heard anything about it from the government. We heard it from other people. We heard it from other people. When Hurricane Beryl was threatening and the Prime Minister was somewhere having fun, and he came very late for the press conference and, you know, for the opportunity to talk to the Grenadian people. And he was asked, what do you have to say to the Grenadian people? And what was the response? He had nothing to say. Does he ever have anything to say to the Grenadian people that really touches the core of the Grenadian people that really matters to the Grenadian people, let us ask ourselves that question. What does he have to offer Grenada that has value and meaning to us?
Yes, indeed. Doc, I would like to I'm not sure if hello? Doc? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, no, I was not sure if you're finished.
Well, for now.
Yes, indeed. But
for the moment.
I'd like to go ahead.
However, before I close, just to use your medium to let our listeners and others know so they can share the word. We in St. Mark are playing our part in raising some funds to assist Cuba, having been aware of the plight of those people. And I really want to first compliment the organizers throughout the length and breadth of Grenada who came together to raise funds. The unions, the churches, so many people that came out and poured out whatever their hearts and their pockets. And so there are a few of us who have not really done in our constituency or in our parishes yet. And we're going to get together 1st of August to have a breakfast for the people of Cuba.
Where will that
be? In Victoria, right in the junction near to the Market Square.
Okay, great.
And the Anglican Church and the police station. And we will also have a health fair with specialists. Some of the Cubans are coming to give some assistance to persons who live, of course, far from St. George, to have access to certain specialist, at least examinations so that they can be advised as to what the next steps should be. So the specialists, the categories would be, I would give that to other media houses, but also through your program, so that persons who live close to St. Mark, maybe St. John, St. Patrick, and those in St. Mark can have access to the services that they provide.
Indeed. Doc, we want to thank you so very much for taking the time to be on with us. I know that the sisterly love is blossoming out there in St. Mark. I hear the stories. I hear every time you see one, you see the other one.
It is.
So I love to hear that.
So thank you. I think
indeed.
I've taken enough time, and good night
Doc,
to all of your listeners, our brothers and sisters.
Doc, when it comes to you,
program.
when it comes to you, can I take the rest of the program?
You have to pay for the rest. Have a good night.
All right, thank you.
Have a good night. One
Yes,
love.
indeed. Blessings.
Love in the house.
Love in the house. Folks, I was speaking there with the Member of Parliament for the constituency of St. Mark, Dr. Clarice Modest, and she was giving a little bit of insight. Remember, they'll be having that breakfast sale in support of the Cuban people that will be taking place on the 1st of August, and that will be taking place out there in St. Mark, around by the police station area there. Yeah. Up there, it will be taking place, so you're going to look forward to that one. All right, 4407. Let me get to the phone lines. Hello, good night. Hello, good night. Hello, good night. Hello. Hello. Okay, that person seems to have changed their minds. Folks, remember to speak to us on the phone line. When you're giving us a call, give us talk to us on the phone line. Let's try again.
Hello.
Hello, good night.
Hello.
Hi, good night.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. We're hearing you. You go right ahead, caller.
Yes, I'm calling again about the Marquis Bridge. The Marquis Bridge going to collapse soon. I don't know what influence you have to motivate these damn people to fix the bridge.
We have a lot of influence. We're going to talk on it on Thursday. I promise you, I'll do a section totally
talk
on the
about
Marquis
it. Talk
Bridge.
about it. Listening.
Because I've got quite a lot of video on Marquis Bridge, so we'll put out everything on Thursday.
Please, please, please. I'm concerned because I may have to travel there.
Okay. Well, I as well. Yeah.
Right.
Yes,
I don't want when you're traveling there the bus go down with the water.
Oh gosh, no. We can't have that happening.
Okay, please emphasize. Please.
All right, my dear. Thank you.
Okay.
No problem. Yes, indeed, folks. I have to do some work on that phone line again. I have to take up the phone for people to hear me. and there's a setting that are supposed to have that does stop that, and I just can't remember what the setting is to ensure that that doesn't happen. But I'm going to get it, yeah. Yes, indeed, folks. 440-7377. That is the number for you to call and get onto the inside of tonight's program. And we've got a call online. Hello, good night.
Hello, Sheldon. Good night.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Very well, thank you.
Yeah, I just make out the voice, man.
Just in. Yeah.
Yes, Papa. Go right ahead, man.
Just getting a little time to kind of relax after very hectic.
Hey, no relax. We don't relaxing. No relax. We go relax. We go relax after the swearing in of the female prime minister.
Of course, the first female prime minister.
Yes, indeed.
The Honorable Emlyn Pierre.
Yes.
Yeah.
But go right ahead.
It was a great end. From the 11th of July and the 12th of July, we celebrated in fine style, and that's just the beginning. We know we have a lot more in store for the people in the diaspora base, who are all connected back home to Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. We want to say a big thank you to everyone who supported, everyone who sent their wishes, those who participated, those who couldn't come and had the honor of also looking on via the World Wide Web at the Town Hall and the formal event. Most of the photos they're up. Person has been sending me, stuff, and I am very much elated and humble at the turnout, and we want to encourage our membership to turn out and to continue attending our events. We have a number of events still planned for this year, and we will let the general public know when the date and everything. Once we finalize everything, we want to make sure that our I's are dotted and our T's are crossed in planning, and that it would be successful. So we want to make sure that our membership remain informed. They can go on to our Facebook page. We have a Facebook page called NMP New York Support Group page. They can go on there and subscribe or like the page, as well as they can also send in their friend request and join us there as well too. We also try to share stuff as well through the NMP Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique page. They can also call the membership members. We provided numbers that they can also call us and ask any question, or if they want to locate us and they want to meet with us to congregate together to share and so on. So I want to say a big thank you on the behalf of the membership and executive of the NMP New York chapter.
Yes, indeed. I want to thank you as well, my brother. And I do hope that you have a wonderful remainder of the night tonight.
Thank you so much.
All right, my brother.
Thank you.
Blessings.
Great program. I'm
Thank
listening
you.
in. Okay,
Thank you.
All right. Bye. All right.
Yes, indeed, folks. And I want to remind you all of something, because tomorrow we won't be having Talking Points tomorrow, but Talking Points will be live. And we're starting not from 8, we're going to be starting from 7 p.m. And it's a topic that's, no matter how old I get, will always be close to my heart. And that is the topic of youth. So tomorrow, the People's Conversation continues. This time, it's going to be at the St. Patrick's Anglican School. So the St. Patrick Anglican School tomorrow. And you're going to have Honorable Kate Skeeter Lewis Peters, Mrs. Amanda Japal George, Mr. Jelani Glean, and Mr. Robert White, together with the Honorable Dr. Emlyn Pierre. Yeah, I'll give you another doctorate already. Right? So that is going to be taking place tomorrow from 7. Okay. We have a caller on the line. Hello, good night. Hello, good night. Hello, good night.
Yes, good evening, Brother Sheldon.
Hey, how you do? Go right ahead, sir.
Not too good, but
oh
good.
Boy.
Yes, not too good at all, but you know.
We go talk on that one, but you go ahead.
Yes, Brother Sheldon. The honest truth is, I don't normally like to see my constituency representative, Mrs. Nolan Thompson, so disturbed, you know, but that lady is disturbed, yes? And I want to share my voice on behalf of our polling division, or our constituency or polling division, to her, and asking her to be very careful, although this thing really get to her about the amputee and his wife that haven't been debarred from getting housing assistance. Hold Brother Sheldon.
Hello, hold 1 second.
What
Pastor?
type of administration that
Hello,
we have?
Pastor.
Yes.
I am not clear on what you're referring to, and I'm pretty sure
Yes.
that the vast majority of listeners are not clear. So give us in a synopsis of what the issue is, and then you can continue from there. But let us know, because we're just hearing now about, so it's another amputee issue. Go ahead.
Let me rest it. She's going to talk on it tomorrow, please God. Right? She's going to talk on it tomorrow. But I'm talking of her compassion. I'm talking about her concern for the people that God in the first place and the NNP of St. David's had entrusted to her. And no doubt, I want to say to the people of St. David's that we have true and good representation in the person of Mrs. Nolan Thompson. Not only that, if we consider the shamefulness of our country today, real shameful, in the type of behavior, the type of leadership that is being portrayed, we definitely have to be honest to the Ghanaian people that this government, this administration, really needs to go. Because the NNP administration, under the Right Honorable Dr. Kit Mitchell, had set up all through the FIU, all possible and lawful legal guardrails, right, to protect our ministers, to protect the families, and to not to have them get involved in things that are questionable. This NDC administration has removed every one of them. There's not one standing. Yes? And the supporters, and we really pity them. I love them. They are our friends, but something they are not really seeing afar off. I believe, according to the Proverbs, they are too simple. And when you are simple, you fall for anything. There is no possibility that you're going to stand for anything that is right. Yes? And finally, when this administration came into office, they took a machine and the grade from the Dodma Junction, and Sheldon, I think you know where Dodma Junction is.
Very well aware.
They
St. David's, man.
that area right up to the Nutmeg Pool, right to that little bridge to turn off to the left to go to Apwetut. And they have done nothing whatsoever as retaining walls to protect the infrastructure, the road network and the banks there. That house in Providence that I spoke about the last time, I want anybody to take me up on it. Go there now, tonight if you want, and see the danger that house is in. It does not appear, but it is in danger, right? So I don't know what was the cause of that. I don't want to accuse anybody, but they need to come to us. This government needs to tell us what has happened and why they had to do all of this grading without doing anything. Devil Elbow, that corner, that big corner before Providence Bridge. They grade that thing there, and people, brother, you had to really careful in traveling that area.
My
right?
goodness.
They put some asphalt on it the last time, which I really are thankful for, and so on. But we need to do some retrospection of this administration. Don't let them get back into office. Right? As I said, we love them. but they're not ready to govern or to rule this dear little country of the state of Grenada. Brother, I thank you.
All right. Thank you so very much, Pastor. Yes, indeed, folks. I had to find out about this thing, but let me see if I can call back here. I know someone was trying to reach out to us on the line here as well. So let me see if I can call them back. Yeah, Talking Points. The only program when you call and you miss the call, they just call you back. No other program does do that, that we style. Anybody else take it up, that's a Talking Points they're doing. The only program where you could call and they get your call and they call you back. Yeah.
Hold on.
Yes, indeed. Good night.
Hey, my brother, what's going on?
I'm quite fine. How are you doing?
I good, I good. You have the show?
Yeah, we're live right now, You're live on the
we're
program.
live?
Yes, you're live
Wonderful.
on the program right now.
Wonderful. How are you doing?
I'm good. I think I'm making out the voice,
Well,
I find I'm
hello.
making out that voice.
Good. So, I touching base with you
Yes,
in
sir.
regards to the incident, two incidents. Well, we touched base earlier with the one in Guyana, with the vessel that capsized.
Yeah,
and
wow.
the new one that just happened a couple of days off the fish market.
Oh, they fired that.
With Little Desert,
yeah.
with Little Desert with a fire. Exactly. Now, Sheldon, what system is the government have in place for incidents like these? Where were the risk assessments before the well? And what I'm saying now, this is confirmation that welding was done on the vessel when this fire had started. Where's the risk assessments that being done on board before any welding work being accord? Where documentations to prove? And now the vessel, the vessel sank.
Yeah.
Now, memo came out. The vessel now, for notice to mariners, you should clear 9 feet, which is absolutely incorrect. 9 feet is basically off the seabed to the surface of the water top. The notice to mariners should clearly states the air draft of the vessel, which is the tip of the vessel, to the level of the water top. And that's the clearance that notice the mariners should be aware of.
So the notice that has gone out.
So if
is
you're telling
incorrect.
me I'm supposed to navigate 9 feet, 9 feet away from this vessel, 9 feet away from the vessel is the draft, from me not touching the seabed.
Okay.
Because if you're telling me 9 feet and the vessel is 9 feet, that doesn't make any sense at all. The vessel, the notice to mariners and the memos that's supposed to be published, it's the air draft of the vessel to the top of the water. That's the clearance to notice to mariners. That's the clearance that the vessels need to be clear of for safe maneuvering.
And folks, just in case you're wondering,
we're not
Mr.
speaking about
Bettel
the
that's
wreck.
speaking, huh? I'm just letting people know that it's Mr. Bettel that's speaking here. He is
Exactly,
an
my
expert
friend.
in this field.
Exactly, my friend. Exactly.
What
you know the voice.
Yeah, man. And I make on the voice and especially the topic. One of the things
Yeah, man.
outside of that vessel though, one of the thoughts that came to me today is we've seen what has just happened in Guyana. We've seen how that it happened suddenly. There were certain things were not in place, and we've seen what that caused.
We know this.
I
We
always
know
believe
this.
when your neighbor house is on fire, wet yours.
Wet yours.
How have we done an assessment recently of our procedures here? Have we done a proper assessment? Have we done a proper investigation of what would happen if, unfortunately, something similar were to happen in Grenada?
Okay, so Sheldon, who are implementing these rules and regulations to make sure these rules and regulations are followed? Can you name a statutory body or whoever it is?
As it is right now, I think the Port Authority deals with most aspects of this, the boats and so along with the Coast Guard deals with certain other aspects. I think so. I don't know. I am not the expert in this field.
Okay. So let me explain to you, Sheldon. There's laws. There's laws that needs to be followed from the IMO, the International Maritime Organization. And there's laws in Grenada that needs to be followed. But how I see it, since I'm back in Grenada, we are living just in a cowboy country. And it's sad to say, because these laws are not being implemented. And when incidents and accidents occur, then persons looking out, well, where's the Coast Guard? Why did the Coast Guard do this? Why didn't the government do that? No. The government needs to start implementing the rules and applying the certain fines according to the laws of the IMO. It's simple as that. You break the rules, you get fined.
Because I'll say this though, it's
the surveyors who are surveying these vessels, who are inspecting these vessels, right? Let's watch at it at this first point of action. Who is surveying the vessels? And who is inspecting the vessels? The Port Authority, which is basically a conflict of interest. Because the Port Authority cannot be the issuing partner of license and surveying and inspecting vessels. It's conflict of interest. They have to get an external body to do such. Which is the external body in Grenada? None. So you're inspecting and you're licensing. Or the fisheries inspecting and licensing. Where just recently I received a call from an insurance company to do a survey, a classification of and valuation survey for a vessel. And the fisheries department granted this vessel clearance to sail. And it was unseaworthy when I went board. And a big sticker claiming, well, okay, you pass. How can you pass with expired flares and this crap? Tell me how this is possible.
You're saying the flares were expired. In other words, if anything happened, there's nothing to send up there to call people to help?
How can you exactly what I'm telling you? How can the fisheries department, and I can proudly say that, and I have the certifying officer name on the document that cleared the vessel, that the vessel is seaworthy. The life jackets, they didn't even mark which port, which country, the name of the vessel, and you grant the vessel seaworthiness. How is this possible? The flares are expired. How it don't even have life rings on the vessel to sail, but you're clearing this vessel of seaworthiness. How is it possible?
So you're saying basically,
and this is an officer from the fisheries that cleared the vessel to sail, and grant them the certificate that they are passed.
So you're
the
saying
insurance company would not grant them an insurance because of these issues. Hence, that's the reason why I get engaged in it.
Okay. I understand where you're coming from now, but it gets people like myself worried. Now I know that
and not only you're worried, Sheldon.
No, because
not only you're worried.
When I look at what took place in Guyana, and I've been following this, I don't think it's good for my blood pressure, but I've been following this for the entire time. especially today.
Same as I.
And I've been
Same
seeing
as
them
I.
pulling 2-year-old children, deceased 2-year-olds, their bodies out of the water and so on, and pregnant women pulling their bodies out of the water and it's heartbreaking, much less if you're one of the people there. And to even consider that there are things that we need to look at here to avoid a similar situation taking place in Grenada, because of course we have outer islands. We have to go back and forth between the islands. Up to now, nobody can tell us what happened with the Island Queen, but we have to go between the islands, and so using inter-island ferries. And you have to wonder if we have put measures in place in Grenada to avoid a similar circumstance taking place.
Sheldon, there are rules and regulations that needs to be followed. Okay? Via the IMO. There are rules and regulations need to be followed at all times via the IMO. The Coast Guard knows this. The legislation states this. So why is it no one is enforcing it? Tell me, why is it no one is enforcing these rules? And I just hope, and I do hope, that these party boats take note of what happened in Guyana a couple days ago. Because most of the party boats are being overloaded. Okay? Both of us know several times the Coast Guard had to turn back vessels.
Yeah, it has
because
happened.
It's been overloaded.
The Coast Guard has
Right,
done,
because it's
happened.
under the Princeton mark, the insurance mark of the vessel. And once the vessel is sailing under the insurance mark, it's overload. That's the draft. For persons who do not understand what I'm saying, that's the insurance mark. That red line across the vessel from bow to stern is the insurance mark that states clearly that if you're under that mark, the vessel is overloaded. It's unsafe to sail. And you have a draft on the vessel as well that states that. So why is it these captains? Well, anyway, that's for another conversation for us, Sheldon.
Yes, indeed.
That is absolutely another conversation for us.
I'll have you on sometime this week again, because there's also that situation in St. Lucia that happened on Saturday night as well.
Exactly.
Where apparently these boats are running in the water without lights. And one...
it clearly states, from 6 to 6, 6 o'clock reach, you need to put on your navigation lights.
Yeah. And this boat sliced the other boat with 10 people on it. 4 of them have died. I think they got 3. I'm not sure if they got the 4th body, but they got 3 of the bodies.
Sheldon, how much of the seafarers in Grenada, how much of the captains and boat operators, fishermen, fisherwomen knows about the rules of the road, which is a curriculum that it needs to follow for traverse the vessel at sea? How much of them know this?
I have.
They just jump in a boat, they start the engine, and they're gone at sea. Okay? They're gone at sea. It doesn't happen that way, my brother.
But training is available upstairs now, in Carriacou. And where
training is available upstairs where I moved the branch now in Carriacou. We have our office here in Grenada.
Where's the office in Grenada? For folks who may be interested in checking it.
In Mongay.
In Mongay.
In Mongay,
right.
Yeah.
And we'll show the flyer up so folks can see, so they know the number they could call to be able to get in touch with you.
How much persons know the rules of the road? How much persons apply themselves with the rules of the road in case something happened to them at night at sea? It's the same perspectives of driving a car on the road. You have rules there, you have rules at sea. You have lights that you need to acknowledge to maneuver your vessel away from another vessel. It's basic. That's basic. If you don't know that, well, okay. There is where incidents and accidents occur.
Okay. And
once you're traversing at nights, you need your navigation lights to be identified. So certain persons that traversing as well can identify you on the water top. But if you are in darkness, how can we see? And persons need to realize certain things. When you're at sea, it's not like you're at land. You're not seeing lights. It's not visible to you.
Yeah.
So if your vessel is in darkness, I cannot see you. And there is where incidents and accidents occur.
Yeah. Mr. Bettel, we'll have to wrap it there because it's now 10 o'clock. And, I have to wrap
Yes,
the program
my
up,
brother.
But I will be in contact with you soon again.
You know you can call me anytime.
All right.
You can call me anytime.
You have a wonderful one. All
yeah.
right, good, thanks.
You too.
Yes,
have
indeed.
a good one, Sheldon.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, good night. Bye.
Yes, indeed, folks. We're speaking with Sir Theo Bettel there. Yeah. And, hey, to the other Mr. Bettel, good night to you, sir. Yeah, good night to you. Good night to the lady. Sorry, I realize I missed a call. Yeah, so we will talk. Folks, just before I run off, just to remind you all, Town Hall, tomorrow night, there's a Town Hall, so it starts from 7. So there will be no talking points tomorrow night. But before the normal time, at 7, the Town Hall will be going live via the Talking Points Network and the New National Party YouTube page, all the Facebook pages and so on. It will be on tomorrow night. All right? And make sure and I get a video. Yeah, I get a video of what Pastor was speaking about. I'm going to play it now, right? I'm going to play that now for you all. And then at the end of that, we're going to wrap. So let me play that now. I want to play it tonight. So let me play that for you all now. And then at the end of it, we are going to wrap up for tonight.
I pondered whether or not I should take this situation to social media. And after going it over in my head from last night to now, I believe this is the only way I think I can get this family the assistance that they direly need. Now, every single day, I have families reaching out to me who are desperate for assistance for one thing or the other. But a family reached out to me yesterday, and it really bothers me how some people are treated. Now, the husband is a double amputee, which means he has no legs. And he also requires dialysis. And the wife also have some health issues. So you have two persons in a home. One is immobile because he's a double amputee, and you have a wife who is helping and assisting him as she should. Now, this family received an approval for housing material in 2024. We're in 2026. And each time, even though they have the approval, they're met with excuses. And I say excuses because the excuses that I've heard doesn't make much sense to me. 2 years later, a man who is a double amputee, who requires some housing assistance, keeps getting pushed back every single time. And sometimes it's with disrespect. Now, I want to make a plea to those in authority and those in the ministries. Have a conscience. Support for someone who is in dire need shouldn't be about color. It doesn't matter if someone is NDC or NNP. The bag is for every single person. Every single one deserves to receive when they need it. That's the reason we have a government. And for this gentleman, up to today, haven't received the materials he requires to make his life a little easier, I'm asking you guys, you know who it is. I'm not going to call his name here or his wife, but you know who it is. And I'm asking you to have a conscience. Have a conscience. It could be your family that is in need. Have a conscience and stop thinking. And you know, it brings me back to, you know, and I don't really want to call people's names because but when you have your head talking about who should get and who shouldn't get, that's a problem. Because this man deserves to get. Regardless to who it is, it's about people. It's about love for people. It's about understanding people's needs. It is sad when it becomes about politics and who gets and who doesn't get. Everyone deserves to get regardless of who you are. And to come here, and I'm going to say this, I don't want you telling me that NNP was in government for 23 years. This man did not lose his leg 23 years ago. He lost his first leg 3 years ago and the second leg 1 year ago. Who is in government? It's not NNP. You have to take care of your people. Every single one of us are Grenadians. We're Grenadians first. And don't put people on the back burner because you think that you're supporting a party. The money in the treasury or wherever it is for all of us. And we deserve respect, every one of us. People shouldn't have to beg. No one deserves to beg and be treated as children. This is a grown man who has served this country. And he deserves to be treated with honor and respect and dignity. So I'm appealing to you guys, those who are in power, have a conscience. Have a conscience and help the people who needs it the most.
Yes, indeed, folks. Folks, that's all the time we have for Talking Points tonight. And whatever you say, whatever you do, do it safe and secure. Want to be speaking to and with you and definitely not about you. My name is Sheldon Scott. I am out of here. Remember, tomorrow night, starting at 7, it's going to be the New National Party, the People's Conversation. It's going to be happening tomorrow night. And then we are back on Thursday with more Talking Points for you. I'd like to thank all of the callers who called in tonight, all of you that have assisted in whichever way in ensuring that tonight's program was and remains a success. I am out, and whatever you say and do, do it safe and secure. Because we want to be speaking to and with you and definitely not about you. I am out.
Classic. Vintage. Let's go. Boy. Yeah. Real thing. Fire. Give it. All right. Them ladies complaining. Yes, they want a tune. Something with red sweetness to show their attitude. A blast from the past with the old school style, yeah. Something mixed with flavor to send them going wild. So I took upon myself to please and come down off the shelf. I come to send them in a mood to whine and to behave rude with the sounds of music. Sweetness, sweetness. That is what they getting. Niceness, niceness. Only Tuesday morning. Sweetness, sweetness. That is what they getting. Niceness, niceness. From the front to the back right now. Push it back on me. Roll it back, baby. Throw it back on me. Day, till la day. Fire. Whoa. The vibes and the tempo, just keep it coming. This thing sweet like honey, have me blood crawling. Boy, such a feeling in a long time. The music hit the spot, so they're feeling fine. Cause when they on a This melody go penetrate the soul. I go rock the young, middle age and old. With music is sweetness, sweetness. That is what they getting. Niceness, niceness. Only Juve morning. Sweetness, sweetness. That is what they getting. Niceness, niceness. From the front to the back right now. Push it back on me. Roll it back, baby. Throw it back on it. Real thing. Making them perspire, so they feeling hot. Oh, Mr. Selector, we lot from the top. Boy, it's a serious match, they come out to play. Just keep jump the soca, let them break away. Cause when they on the road, it's bumpers, bumpers gallon. Oh, they come out to share, that could last for the whole year. With the songs of music, it's sweetness, sweetness. That is what they getting. Niceness, niceness. Only Juve morning. Sweetness, sweetness. That is what they getting. Niceness, niceness. From the front to the back right now. Push it back on me. Roll it back, baby. Throw it back on me. Day, 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 till la day. Ha. Sexy, sexy, sexy. Are you sexy? I take my clothes from off the shelf, and then I decided I'm gonna dress myself. Stand in front of the mirror, I was amazed. Man, I wouldn't lie. Yes, I had to gaze. I never knew that I was so fine. I never knew that I was so fine. Even though I was told that enough time. I told that enough time. I never know man like me exists. The girls call me a narcissist. I'm too sexy for my clothes, too sexy for my pose, too sexy for those goddamn blinking hoes, too sexy for my pants, too sexy for your dance, too sexy for this thing you call romance. I wouldn't hide the way I feel. When I look at myself, I got sex appeal. I doesn't take advantage on women that weak, but the ones with money, that is who I seek. Because I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to waste my time. I'm looking for wife, not concubine. Wife, no concubine. And even though them girls sexy, none of them don't deserve me. I'm too sexy for my clothes, too sexy for my pose, too sexy for those goddamn blinking hoes, too sexy for my pants, too sexy for your dance, too sexy for this thing you call romance, too sexy for my shirt, too sexy for your skirt, too sexy girls you just might get some hurt, too sexy, yeah, too sexy. When I look at my life in retrospect, I must admit I am a symbol of sex. The girls them tell me I'm a stallion, and they would pay any money just to see me perform, because they know I got what it takes. I got what it takes. One wine and bedroom shake, one touch from the singer, girl's body running like river. Too sexy, too sexy, real sexy. Are you sexy?